Everyone in crypto is printing AI tokens right now, but almost none of them are building decentralized intelligence. Most are just slapping AI on a dashboard and hoping retail does not notice. So we cut through the noise and rank the projects that actually matter. So first of all, we have the S plus tier here, which is the center of gravity. And I feel there is only one project here that we can keep in it, which is, any guesses? I mean, it just has to be BitTensor, right? So it is Tau because I think it is not just an AI narrative, it's an open market for machine intelligence and over 100 plus active subnets. Yes, 100 plus active subnets, with each subnet competing to provide better models, better inference, better rankings, and whatnot. So I feel this isn't just cloud compute, this is AI as a free market, and even some of these subnets process over 160 billion tokens per day, which is huge, right? And I feel that is real user demand and real usage with real economic activity as well. So I feel that's the only reason why institutions like Grayscale are actually treating Tau like the Bitcoin of AI. And now I feel after the halving, there's scarcity which will actually meet real revenue, and I think Tau has to be up there in the S plus tier. So now moving to the S tier, we have the AI stack here, and I feel these are the projects that actually make decentralized AI work. And of course, we have Chainlink on top, so let's put Chainlink there. So yes, every AI system needs verified data, right? And Link already, secures thousands of dApps and is now actually integrating directly with Tau and Fetch, to bring trusted data into autonomous agents and not just oracles or not just AI economy. I think, Link is non-optional and you need to have Link up there in the S tier. Moving on, then we need to put render in there because again, millions of frames rendered every quarter, right? And a huge GPU demand from creators and AI labs, tie-ups with Apple, Unity, Nvidia, and they're on Solana now. So I think this is the GPU backbone for the creator and the AI economy. So we have to put a render in the S tier. And next up in the S tier, we'll put ICP, which is, one of the only chains that uh, runs AI directly on chain at web speed with AI canisters, chain key crypto, government and enterprise pilots. I think Internet Computer is, a full stack decentralized AI hosting. So I think it has to be in the S tier. Moving on, we have Near, of course, built for AI agents and intent-based execution. So it already is processing billions of intents, and I think the Brave integration gives it access to 100 million users for private AI queries as well. So that's some distribution, right? And moving ahead, we have to put in Fetch, ASI, whatever you want to call it. The merger of Fetch, Ajax, and Ocean. uh, I don't know how many of them are intact. I think Fetch, Ajax are still on there, and we have Kudos as well. So I feel this is somewhat the agent economy in crypto, which is regarded as big. And I feel the real machine to machine and then the enterprise partners like Bosch. So I think ASI has to be there because I am expecting big things from them after their not so great 2024 and 2025. And then next up, we have virtuals in the S tier. And I mean, we have to put virtuals in there, right? It is the fastest growing AI agent ecosystem of 2025. Revenue sharing, co-owned agents, and massive dApp dominance. I think this is how AI actually becomes an economy, right? So virtuals has to be there. And then moving on to the A tier, the compute layer tier, I'd call it. These are the projects that actually sell compute and, not totally AI, but AI depends something of that sort. So we have A tier, first of all, over $1 million per month in revenue. And, making real revenue is something which majority of crypto projects fail to do, right? So it has enterprise GPU workloads, it's integrated with render and Acache, and I feel there's real demand, so Ether goes into the A tier straight up. And next up, it's followed by Cache, the decentralized AWS, as you call it. Nvidia GPUs, cheaper than cloud giants, backed by A16Z, so Cache has to be there. Moving on, we have Orai chain, the AI oracles powering predictive analysis and DeFi intelligence, boomer AI coin, it has to be up there. Next up, we have Cubic, there's a lot to talk about Cubic. I think we'll have to create a whole new video on that, but still high throughput AI compute, with massive developer activity and whatnot. I think Cubic has to be uh, up there on the A tier, and it's followed by Nilin. Nilin is actually blind computing, private AI inference, Deutsche Telekom and Alibaba partnerships. So we have some real life partnerships there. So we'll put Nilin in the A tier, which is followed by Pal AI, one of the only AI apps in crypto with actual users. And bots, DeFi analytics, buybacks. You have all of it right there. So I feel this tier actually does not get on the headlines every now and then, but I think uh, it's a tier where revenue lives. Now let's move on to the B tier. I mean, these are the projects that work, but they don't own the stack. Like Liftpeer, AIOZ, I'd put CGPT in here. I'd put OpenServe, Olas, Sapien, Truck, Dia. I feel they provide video pipelines, data labeling, agent frameworks, trust layers, and price feeds, which are useful. But none of them actually control the AI economy as a whole. They kind of sit on top of it. So I think more of builders. So I'll just put all of them in here. And then we have the C tier, the AI by marketing or just hype tokens. So if I think about, projects which have users, some have funding, but, you know, not very good sentiment all in all through. And I feel if if I'm talking about ad tech wearing an AI badge, only veracity comes to my mind. And yes, VRA isn't even AI infrastructure, so I think it has a lot of bad name in the community going on in 2025, 2026 as well because of their not so great tokenomics model. And now I think they have come up with PLRL again, so I don't think the community is much happy about that as well. So I think VRA has to sit down in the C tier. So I feel that is the wrap for the AI crypto tier list. I didn't want to take much time. I just wanted to wrap it up quickly. And I feel AI crypto is not just about chatbots, right? It's about who owns the machines that think, compute, data, inference, oracles, agents, that's the entire stack. And I feel Tau owns the intelligence layer, Render and Akash, are good competitors to own the compute thing. Chainlink owns the data, oracles, and Near and ICP own their execution, and ASI virtuals, they have their own agent economies. So I feel everything else is optional, and in the next cycle I feel AI won't just be a narrative, but it will be infrastructure for sure, and only a handful of these tokens will still matter. And that's a wrap for today. If you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and also push on that notification bell for future updates from our Crypto Talk. I'll catch you up in the next one. Till then, bye bye.